Welcome, Namaskar. So glad you could join me today as we continue our Secrets of Breath work. Today we're going to utilize a couple different breath techniques. So we'll build a little bit of breath capacity, dropping into the breath nice and calm. We're going to spin up some heat with that Kapalabhati breath of fire. We'll drop into a more meditative state with the bee's breath, and then we will also finish with some sound. So just allow yourself to take opportunity wherever you are just to offer acceptance for the person that showed up today, the atmosphere that you're in, whatever might be going on in your mind. Just allow yourself to start to detach and just allow yourself just to experience everything right now in the present moment. Might be nice to sit on a block or a bolster, or allow the hips to have a little bit of lift so that you can relax all the way down to the legs. Allow the knees to be nice and well placed. And just start to bring your awareness inward. Maybe you put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or maybe you allow the palms of the hands to just be facing down on top of the thighs, whatever is comfortable for you. And take a moment, loop the shoulders away from the ears, engage the core slightly, sit up tall in the crown of the head. Big breath in, start to breathe in only through the nose. And maybe open mouth exhale. Let's do that again. Big breath in through the nose. Fill up at the top of the breath, pause. Swaha, open mouth. Now we'll switch to breathing in exclusively through the nose as we start to build that three-part Durga breath. So feel free to close your eyes at any time just to feel your practice solely from within, and start to send your breath towards that bottom third of the core, the navel area and below, really feeling the open space there towards that root area, the softness as your belly expands. Now bring that breath a little bit higher now towards that middle part of the ribs. Really feel the ribs expand towards the east and the west side. And then continue to bring that big breath in all the way towards the clavicle, the throat, the space around the shoulders, everything starting to lift and feel that buoyancy. Maybe even feel that natural alignment of the core as you continue to breathe in. And then pause here at the top. And then slowly we're going to exhale, going from high to low, allowing the shoulders, the chest space, the torso, everything to slowly allow that breath just to release. Squeezing out all that old air, getting rid of that stale breath that no longer serves you. And at the bottom of the breath, we're going to do that a couple more times. Feel free just to feel and allow your breath to build better capacity here. Feel free to integrate that ujjayi breath, that sound of the ocean, by adding that constriction in the back of the throat if you like. You can just listen to that audible sound. Starting to calm the mind. Starting to drop in. Couple more breaths, big and full, spacious breaths, filling up all three sections of the belly, that area near the navel, maybe the heart space, the throat, the chest. Observing all four parts of the breath, the inhale, the exhale, and the pause at the top where you switch from the inhale to the exhale, and that shift at the bottom of the breath as well. And let's continue to balance everything out with just a little bit of Nadi Sadhana. So taking your index and your middle finger, bringing it towards that third eye area and allowing the thumb to close off the right nostril. We'll inhale slowly through the left nostril exclusively. At the top of the breath, you allow the ring finger to close off the left nostril. You can pause here and float, and then slowly open up the right nostril as you exhale. Squeezing out all that old air, maybe even add a little retention and a pause at the bottom. Now switching, breathing that air in on the right side. Big spacious breath. At the top of the breath, pause. The thumb closes the right nostril. The ring finger opens up the left as you exhale. We'll continue with that cycle of inhaling on one side, pausing at the top, and then releasing on the other side. And as we do this, we breathe into balance that moon and sun part of our energetic elements, or even the yin and the yang, or the masculine and the feminine. And we open up that channel of the Sushumna, that energetic channel that connects all of the chakras, that brings the nadis and that kundalini from our base of the spine, opening up the space towards the crown of the head, just bringing into awareness, balance between the two before we go into that more energetic breathing technique. We'll stay here for another minute, just moving from side to side. Feeling the nostrils expand as you inhale, that slight movement, and as you pause at the top, that spacious moment. And then as you exhale, maybe you feel that constriction of the nostrils, that release of that apana current, letting go of something that no longer serves you, that old breath. Squeezing out every breath to the fullness of your ability. Breaths are getting deeper and deeper. Let's do one more breath on each side. Inhale on the left. Pause at the top. Maybe just observe, being fully present. Just close off the left nostril and open up the right. Squeezing out all that old air. Now inhale on the right side. Closing out the right, floating here. Then opening the left side. Slowly, whenever you're ready, allow your hands to come back to a resting space. And we're going to go into that Kapalabhati breath now. We've opened up that spaciousness. We brought into balance the left and the right side. We're really in a space to do a little more energetic breath work. And the Kapalabhati is really easy. As you inhale, you allow a nice softening as the belly. And as you exhale, you have a belly pump. So you pump that old exhale, letting the breath go. Slowly inhale, and then you'll pump as you exhale. You can imagine a little feather at the tip of your nose. Practice a couple times, but the breath technique here is beautiful. It softens the nerves in the face. It's called the skull shining breath. It can be a natural version of Botox because it puts so much a softness into the skin. It builds that heat. You'll really feel that manipura, that solar plexus start to burn up as we start to engage a little more energetic breath style. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds on, and then we'll allow ourselves a little pause, and we'll come back to another round of 30 seconds and pause. We'll build that routine, and then we'll do a couple cleansing breaths in the end and just allow everything to linger. So whenever you're ready, take a moment. If you'd like to join me with a big cleansing inhale, take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And let's do it a couple times together. As you inhale through the nose, the belly comes out, and you pump as you exhale. Inhale, pump. Inhale, pump. Let's do it a couple times. Being careful not to pump on both the inhale and the exhale. That's a different breath technique, a little more forceful. This really allows that softness of the belly. And then squeeze the belly, engage the core. Belly is soft. pump, pump. Let's do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Pause. Float here at the top of the breath. Open mouth, swaha, release. Let everything go. Pause for a moment, just linger. Just allow yourself to come back into harmony. That natural inhale, natural exhale. Maybe starting to feel a little shift inside the body. Temperature starting to build. Maybe your shoulders are a little bit softer. Maybe you're a little more present. So this next round, I'm going to just allow us to follow the pace of breath. I will demonstrate with inhale, the belly's out, and then we pump, pull everything in, and just really to feel everything, feeling that complete inhale and the exhale. Whenever you're ready, we'll start together. 3 more. Inhale. Pause and float at the top. Maybe you engage that root area, that bandha. Maybe imagine that the thighs and the hips are making a little kegel, everything pulling the energy upward. And then whenever you're ready, nice open mouth swaha. But just allow yourself just to linger here. See if anything is starting to come up for you. Maybe a shift in the mind space, maybe a little discomfort, knowing that that is the practice to bring us to a place of discomfort. And then we allow the breath, that calming breath, that cooling breath to bring us back to a place of harmony. Just to know that you can build this routine. You don't have to hyperventilate. You don't have to rush or try too hard. Even just a more softer version of that exhale is still going to get the same benefit, just listening to yourself. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Start to move to Kapalabhati. Eight more. 3, 1. Big breath in. Float at the top of the breath. Swaha, release. Going to introduce a modification. If you want to pull in that Nadi Shodhana, that alternate nostril breathing with the breath of fire, it pulls in a couple more elements, a completely optional progression. It can be a lot of fun. You can move a lot of things in the nasal space, so you might need a tissue, but you're definitely going to open up those sinuses. You just shift from side to side. As you exhale, you open up one nostril. As you inhale, you keep that one off, and you just move from side to side. If you'd like to join me, it might be nice to bring the available hand to the tummy, start to bring the fingertips towards the eyebrow center. We'll start by closing the right nostril and inhale. Closing the nostril, pump as you exhale. Soft belly, inhale. Close the right, pump as they open the left. Inhale left. Nice soft belly, close the left, pump on the right. Do that a couple more times. Big breath in. Close the right, open the left, to pump. We're gonna do that a little bit quicker a couple times. Just allow yourself to just go with the flow, flow with the go. We'll move from side to side. 3 more. Big breath in on the right side. The top of the breath, close the right, pause here and float. Maybe your gaze is towards that eyebrow center. Really feeling that open space in the body, that shift in body temperature. Imagine that enlightenment coming from the base of the spine, now exploding through the crown of the head, that Sushumna carrying it towards the crown, the Sahasrara, the third eye space, and then open up the left. Allow your hands to come back on your legs. Come back to your own seated space. Maybe you're observing that as a practitioner, you might feel a little yoga stoned. You might feel a little ethereal. You might feel a little lighter. Just allow yourself just to linger here in the present moment and observe how you feel. Slowly, whenever you're ready, we're going to shift to that final breath technique, pulling in that Brahmari breath, the bee's breath, as we start to create that humming sound from within, allowing the throat and the core and the vagal tone to rise, to start at the belly and start to come towards that third eye. If you like, you can reset by looping the shoulders away from the ears, engaging the core, sitting up tall on the crown of the head. And as you inhale, you bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth and just allow that natural hum. Taking a big breath in. We're going to do that a couple more times, so just allow yourself just to be present, and maybe you imagine making an om starting at the base of the spine and rising up. This is both a calming breath technique as it stimulates the vagus nerve, as well as energetic in the mind space, allowing that third eye, the area near the pineal gland, everything to start to harmonize with that sound that's unique to you. So just allow yourself just to drop in. This is a meditative technique, so we're going to go from here to a place of stillness and meditation, just listening to that beautiful hum. Research shows that just 5 seconds of humming really can increase the amount and the levels of nitric oxide within the body and starts to pull back the cortisol. Such a beautiful breath. Let's do 4 more, all on your own. Just keeping the tongue at the roof of the mouth. That protects the level of the output and helps to have that vibration go towards the skull. Maybe you bring the tongue towards that soft palate of the back of the throat, not at the top part of the palate where it's hard, but towards that soft area, and just allow everything just to rise from the core, going up that Sushumna. One more time. Allow yourself just to linger here in the present moment. If you like, you can go from a comfortable seated shape now towards a Shavasana as we drop into more of a sound bath and a Yoga Nidra experience. And as you're taking a moment just to find a place of stillness, whatever's comfortable for you, maybe just allow yourself just to scan the body, observe how you feel. Maybe you feel a little more spacious within, a little more clean on an energetic level. Maybe you've shaken off some residue that might have been binding you or sticking to you, and just observe that you've created this spaciousness with your breath, with your intention. And just allow yourself to release any control of the breath, really just feel that natural rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale. If you're laying down, you're going to allow the shoulders to walk away from the ears. Maybe allow the feet to fall a little heavier to the left and to the right. Starting to scan the body. As parts of the body are mentioned, allow yourself just to feel with trace awareness those areas. You can just allow yourself just to go with sensation, feeling everything completely inside, but allow your eyes to be closed. You don't have to move them. If anything rises in your area that's a sound or distraction, or in mind, just know that it's completely a vibration. You can allow it to come and go. You don't have to attach to it, as well as any thoughts that might arise. That's what's so beautiful about this practice, is that we learn to observe the thoughts so we can never fully stop them. But we just learn that our emotional attachment is within our control. Bring your awareness starting at the crown of the head, moving now to the eyebrow center, over towards the right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the right nostril, the left nostril, the right cheek, left cheek, the right ear, the inner ear, the earlobe. Moving your awareness now to the left ear, and the inner ear as well, and the earlobe. Coming down to the lips, the teeth, the tongue, the palate, the back of the throat. Moving down the throat, the esophagus, the voice box, coming towards the collarbone. Moving now to the shoulders, feeling both left and right shoulders as you move from the upper arm down to the elbows. Elbows to the forearms. Forearms to the wrists. Wrists to the palms of the hands. And even in the palm of the hand, observe the heat, observe the heartbeat there. Maybe even feel those little crevices within the palms of the hands. Before you bring your awareness now to the thumbs, the base of the thumbs, the tips of the thumbs. Moving now to the index fingers, the tips of the middle fingers, the ring fingers, the little fingers. Moving your awareness now to the palm of the hand and coming back up to the wrist, to the forearms, the elbows, the biceps, the triceps. Coming back to the shoulders and the underarms, the shoulder blades. Coming back now towards the center of the chest. Now to the heart center. Moving down the torso, down the chest, feeling the ribs, the spaciousness between each and every rib. Moving now towards the obliques, the digestive organs. Bring your awareness now towards the hips, feeling the hip sockets, feeling the thighs. Moving down both thighs, feeling them left and right at the same time. Feeling the hamstrings, feeling the quads, feeling the femur bone. Maybe you feel where the bones connect to the sockets. Moving down to the knees, the shins, the ankles, the top of the feet, the soles of the feet. Each of the toes, starting with the big toes, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. Coming back now, feel the left and the right heels. Feel the ankles coming up the calf muscles to the back of the knees. Feel the thighs, the glutes, back towards the hips. Now feel the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade. Feel both shoulder blades together. The low back, the glutes, right and left side, feeling them together. Now feel the entire back side of the body, where you're touching the ground, grounded by the earth, the back of the heels, the calves, the back of the thighs, the back of the shoulders, the back of the head. Feel the whole back side of the body, all as one. Now feel the right side of the body, feel the right arm, the right leg, the right torso, the right chest, The entire right side of the body, that divine masculine side, fully lit up with your awareness. Now switch your awareness over to the left side. Feel the left arm, feel the left thigh. Feel the left glutes, the left obliques, the left chest, the left hand. Feel it all as one, that moon energy, that divine feminine energy. The fullness of the left side of the body, all lit up, all as one. Now feel both legs at the same time, the calves, the feet, both feet all together. Feel the left arm, the right arm at the same time. Now feel the whole body. The whole body, all as one. The whole body. Now using your awareness as you're lying perfectly still, keeping your eyes closed, just feeling that natural breath. Imagine that there's a mirror over you. Just a mirror that's floating maybe 2 feet over you, where if you were to use your imagination and your mind's eye, you could stare at this mirror and you could see yourself lying perfectly still in Shavasana. And go in that space. Allow yourself to use your imagination, to use your third eye, to see that image of you reflecting back towards yourself. See yourself lying perfectly still, calm, tranquil. The breath is calm and tranquil as well. And now imagine yourself as that image reflecting back into yourself, and start to allow that persona that's lying there, that version of you with your awareness. Imagine yourself now floating up, starting to move a little higher in the space wherever you are, starting to have a little more buoyancy. Maybe you're starting to observe the room that you're in, the space, the walls, as you start to add a little bit of lightness and lift. And on this journey, allow yourself now to go a little further higher up. Maybe start to leave the space that you're in, the room or the apartment or the building. Allow yourself just to go higher, up, 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 feeling that lightness, that buoyancy of your awareness starting to just ascend towards the sky. And when you get there, now you're starting to add a little more altitude. You're starting to feel the coolness of the sky, feel the sun on your skin as you start to float a little higher, and just allow yourself to go on a little adventure here. Wherever you are, whatever region, whatever part of the country or the world you're in, just allow yourself to explore. Maybe you start to head towards the west. And you start to move in that space, you start to see what's beneath you. You are detached from any sense of need to respond, just to observe as you start to add a little more adventure to your journey. You start to move a little quicker, you start to introduce more movements as you're starting to fly a little quicker, almost as if you were a plane, almost as if you had the freedom to choose to go in any direction, to go up and down and around. If you're near a beach, you see the beach. If you're near a city, you see the city all behind you getting smaller. If you're in the mountains, you see the mountains all behind you. You see people down there, and you just observe them as you start to go higher and higher. Allowing yourself to go a little bit further into the unknown, in towards that spatial area. Giving yourself the freedom to introduce loop-de-loops and to explore. You are moving at a faster pace, you're protected, you're safe. You You feel the warmth of the sun, but at the same time, you find yourself moving more and more toward the outer edges of the atmosphere. You're seeing the clouds, you're seeing the reflection of the atmosphere and rainbows, all taking shape. And now just imagine that you're coming closer to a rainbow, coming closer to those spectrums of light. You start to see different dimensional colors, different pops of colors. Maybe you see a red, maybe you see orange or yellow. Maybe you see a beautiful emerald green. Maybe you see a indigo blue or a violet or a bright white. Or maybe you see all these colors starting to blend together, starting to shine through you, to shine all around you, to cascade your own radiant light. Imagine yourself now as a star. You've gone so high up that you're shining, you're reflecting back. You're reflecting your own light, your own curiosity, your own intention back towards the earth, back towards the region from which you began. And just pause here. Just allow yourself just to feel safe, protected. Just allow yourself just to radiate and just shine your light and unrestricted in every direction. A beautiful star. Talking, aspecting with the moon. Looking down on the earth, seeing it for what it is, seeing the beauty of the earth underneath you. And now slowly, whenever you're ready, we're going to start to come back down. Start to depart, start to lower back, coming back towards your country of origin, the region that you're in, moving at a nice, comfortable pace. Slowly starting to descend back to the state, back to the city. You see your neighbors, you see your local grocery store, everything underneath you as you slowly start to come back to wherever you are, your home, your business, your apartment. And then you slowly start to enter the space. You see yourself there lying in Shavasana, perfectly still. And you allow your awareness just to hover right over you, right where we started. And then slowly and methodically allow that version of you just to reintegrate back into the human form that's lying there. Just feel the warmth that coming back to yourself. Feel that grounding sensation of that union of mind and body and spirit all in that same space. And we're just going to rest here for a few moments. You have nowhere to be, just to relax. Wherever you are, just allow yourself just to slowly reintegrate back into your space. When we go through these yoga nidras, these are deep, deep states of dropping into that, those gamma, those theta waves. So just allow yourself some time. Never recommend driving or making any big decisions right after a yoga nidra. Just allow yourself just to take a few moments now as you exit this practice. Maybe you feel a little more lighter throughout the day. Thank you so much for the honor to lead you in this practice. From my heart to yours. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace to you and to this world. Namaste.